Bet. We back. Man, we talked about a lot.
Yeah.
We recording this part 2.
Yes.
All right. Part 2 on the Realest podcast.
Part 2, man. Listen, I do apologize for all of that. Things happen, man. I mean,
Cool.
as long as we get the now he has to edit it.
Okay.
Now
cool.
he has to mix it. I'm gonna pay for that so that it come in smooth. You know what I mean? We So anyway, so we get to the you got the mixtape with Thugman and you talking about the young man who was giving y'all checks and for y'all to be able to get.
Okay, so built the buzz with the Vitamin A joint, ran into Chaz. Chaz was at the barbershop. Chaz wrote us some checks. He wanted to start a record label, production company, and shop us. I brought in Thugsman. Thugsman brought the Street Eaters. And
Now,
others.
who was the Street Eaters?
All right, so I had never really formally met him. I know that was like when I go to Thugsman grandma's house and be in the basement, there used to be a lot of people through there. So I'm pretty sure, Rose is always there. So, a lot of people that be there. Maybe, don't quote me on this, man. See, now I'm drawing a blank. I know a lot of names of a lot of rappers, but I can't give you the Street Eaters.
Okay.
I can't give you like every single individual name. But he was rocking with them. Rocking with them. That was like his squad. You know what I mean? And he was really rocking with it as spitters. And I get locked up. So they're shopping the demo around, and
What'd you get locked up?
street things happen. I set a house on fire.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so that's a whole nother fun and thrilling story.
I mean, you want to talk about it?
Well, we keeping it on the music, but
Okay.
they violated. All right, no. We should probably tell this story. So I'm at the barbershop, you know what I mean? I get carjacked. Somebody hops in my car and pulls off. Guy pulls up, that's a customer of the barbershop, and he's like, yo, let's chase him down. So we try to chase the car. We've been through blocks, we lose the car. So we come back around to the barbershop. I'm like, damn. Now, there was one guy that hopped in my car, but he was standing with 2 people before he hopped in. So the 2 people were still standing on the street. So I go approach them. They dart off. They start running. You know what I mean? This young V. Chasing them down, huffing, puffing, out of breath. They're running the house. I'm banging on the door. They're not coming out. So then we go to the gas station, get a gas can, come back. I break the windows. Spread the gas on the curtains, set the house on fire, and I got locked up for it. We don't need to go into details about
Yo, listen.
How they unraveled who did it.
If you're stealing a man's property, you shouldn't. I'm about to say that. I got to say it right. If you are touching something that don't belong to you, you can't then tell me how to react to it. Is that fair?
Yeah, I agree.
Like, seriously. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, you want me to act, I supposed to have some type of, decorum and tact, but at the end of the day, we're humans. We make mistakes. And if I'm in that moment, and you're not trying to give me what I need, which is, where's my shit? Stuff happens. I mean, so all right. So the music. So fast forward. You guys get to it. You don't get the production company.
No. So there's still details about that I don't know. Now I know what happened internally as far as it not going where it needed to go. I know what I do know is that there was a deal on the table with Sony, and for whatever reason it didn't go through. I come home and I'm starting from scratch.
Okay. And so how long was you away for that?
3 years. 3 years. So when I return, Thugsman is rolling with Buff City. And well. So I gotta bring it back, man. So the Vitamin A album, I did a session with DJ Shay during that time too. One of the songs on there is a session with Shay. First time meeting Shay. Shay had a house on the west side, and I recorded there. And I ended up running into Shay in Elmira. So I already had some rapport with him. So when I come home and Thugs is rolling with him, I'm like, all right, I already know this guy, And right, so Benny and Conway used to be at S. Bill's house, so seeing them around. I didn't know Cutter until I actually ran into Cutter at Thousand House a few times. I did not know Miss Carter until later on. So they rosters pretty much everybody I knew, so it was all good. And Thousand threw me some beats. I came out with that first Valed tape, No More Mr. Nice Guy. I didn't really do too much. Came out with Buffalo Billy. That's what really took me off.
Okay.
But it's like, once you put out a project in Buffalo at this time, you go get a cover from Future, you go, do a Crush video, you go to all the stores with it, around, the circuit, and then you kind of back at square one. There's no more opportunity there. So it's like, lock in and make a new project. Or, at that time I figured out that, becoming the guy that's making the mixtapes was a way that I could keep consistently keeping my music in the streets. So, I make a cover, 50 Cent and Cameron got a beef. Take the 50 Cent diss song, take the Cameron diss song, and a bunch of other songs, my song, put it in there, and then I'm going to the stores, selling it. And that's when I got the attention of Mike Pratt, when I started doing that, because it was out of order mixtapes. I don't know if you remember, I used to make these out of order mixtapes. And we used to sell thousands and thousands and thousands of those, like weekly. And then it kind of got into, now I'm getting consistent flow of income from making mixtapes that, people are like not really realizing that, I rap too, you know what I'm saying? If I take this concept that I got, go to Mr. Millennium or like some beauty supply store, and I tell them, yo, I'm gonna put your commercial on my joint, put your artwork inside my cover, give me $800, $900 or whatever it is. Come lock in the studio, make my song, do a commercial for them, put it on the mixtape, put that out. Not only have they, sponsor my mixtape, but then when I go sell them to the stores, it costs probably 65 cents at that time to print up a CD. I'm selling it for $2 in the store. So it's like rap, like trying to be like technically skilled at rapping kind of took a backseat for me, because I know I'm making money doing this. Right. And even selling slots to artists, then artists, started making records with me because they knew that they could get their records on the street fast. Right. So, I started to get notoriety from that. So then you got like in a sense, a one-man show, because I wasn't delegating a lot of tasks to people. I was going to the stores.
Let me ask you something about that.
Okay.
Why don't we do that more as black? We see our
Dude, we born out of survival mode, most of us.
So you still in survival mode?
Still in survival mode. I mean, I'm doing this. Started off, so when I came home from jail, I was living in my grandma's attic. So survival mode, you know what I mean? Like straight survival mode. Like a lot of the 20s was survival mode.
Okay. So now you got the back seat. The music is now taking a little back seat because you're offering things to get paid, and then you are selling, whatever it is that you need to sell. So you're not doing much music.
No, I was making a lot of music. It all wasn't good though. You know, like,
well, it was. You were saying the quality was something.
So during the course of me working all right, I come home. I'm working at a barbershop on Grant Street. Go all the way to the other side, right? I met a guy named Marcus. My man, Ill Complete. He's from Rochester. He had a studio in his crib. So I would frequent two studios. I work with my man DJ Spaz, who I recorded Buffalo Billy with, and then Marcus had a studio at his crib. And then, Shop Murder was there. Shop Murder is also from Rochester. I used to be in there banging out joints. But, all of them didn't come out. Some of them, like if I had like 30 songs, like 15 or 20 of them joints then already like been out in the streets. So from Buffalo Billy came out in 07. My next solo mixtape didn't come out until 09. So between all of that, there's just features, mixtape joints, freestyles, taking like a remix or T-Pain song, put my verse on it type shit.
Okay.
And people were familiar with the voice. If you knew me, you knew me. But I wasn't like putting a lot of effort into creating like a image, a brand, marketing myself. I was more so like kind of behind the scenes with the mixtapes.
Got you. Okay, so now that's what year is that?
This is between 08, 07, 08, 09.
Okay. When so now you barbering, you're mastering skilled at that, and you now have that. When did it become where you're going to? Were you already, were you already infiltrating, cutting hair, and then said, "Hey, yo, take my CD with you"?
Oh yeah, well that was a given. I was doing that. So I ended up, a lot of shop owners, they didn't like that I was doing that. They didn't like that.
So then my next question is, now it's time to get my own shop.
Well, that didn't happen until I didn't have that thought until 2012.
Okay.
To go off and do my own thing. Everything you're asking me is a story within itself. So we talking about going to start my own shop, or we still?
No, we still in the music, but I'm just trying to. What I'm trying to pinpoint is where everything is together. I mean, when you cutting hair, they know you as.
Yeah, I was like Valed, the barber, Valed, the rapper, Valed, the mixtape DJ, Valed, could print up my CDs for me. You know what I mean? I had to connect. And I'll be honest, I got this connect from Mike Pratt. You know what I mean? And people will come to me, get their CDs printed up. So that's 65 cents. Maybe I'm charging them 85 cents. Clipping it like on some drug game shit. I was figuring like you look at me, you got a guy with ambition, right? The only real technical skill, marketable skill that I had was being a barber. So, if there's anybody like industrial age or baby boomers, they thinking like, yo, you need to do this, leave that alone. But little do they know, I see a future with, this. This still, even if, this music ain't really popping me off, it's still getting my name known. And then people, that's my man, we cut hair at the shop. So it'd be like, yeah, I'm doing this music and people rocking with it around the hoods and stuff, but it'll still lead people into the barbershop to see me.
Gotcha. You know what I mean? That's where I was coming with it, trying to bring that there. So now, when did you meet Scoop?
I met Scoop in 07. I met Scoop, so me and Scoop and I, shout out Big Scoop, Big Hoodlum, man, Big Hoodlum. Scoop is definitely one of the people that believed in me when I didn't even believe in myself. Not necessarily at that time, but just later on in life, you know what I mean? And he's turned out to be a true brother and friend to me as well, you know what I mean, for those reasons. Shout out to Peace too. Shout out to whole Hoodlum, you know what I mean? I wasn't always Hoodlum. So I met Scoop, I was out at a party. I don't even know what I was doing in this area because it was uptown. And at the time I was cutting hair on Grant Street. And I was at some party, I think it was on Lisbon or something. And he was there, I was there, and we met. I think we might have both had CDs, or we both had a common ground because we was both out past curfew. And then we both was rapping, so then we clicked up from there.
Gotcha. So I'll tell you a little story about Scoop. So Scoop, my sister Shauna, that's her cousin, but I still call him cousin. I grew up in the Jackson family. You know what I'm saying? Scoop used to come around when me, Shaf, Hassan El Sadiq, and Quick, because at the time it was like 05, we were doing they were doing music. I was just around it and searching for beats. DJ Spin is Hassan's cousin.
Okay, I never knew that.
So basically they were doing music. So Haas and Shaf put this group together called the Players Union. And then we named the record label or whatever, Doe Storm Records. Mind you, this is something in 05 that we just like, it was it was okay. It was fun. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't something I took serious. But then, shit, as they were recording, I took it serious a little bit. So Scoop used to come around and just soak it up. And I didn't even realize we were even doing anything that was remote. Like, mind you, we're not doing shows and like packed shows or doing people know us. It's the work ethic.
Right.
And he's seen that, and he still says like, "Yo, man, you had them on the right path. They could have been." Cause yes, I did. I it was more so I was like DJ Khaled before DJ Khaled, but with these three, like, yo, you quick, you sugar. Oh yeah, you know what? We're gonna Harlem Nights cover. Quick jab, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then you know what I'm saying? Yo, let's make this album. Oh, we're gonna make it call it the Players Union. Y'all gonna be talking about some player shit. When I tell you he soaked it up like that, he soaked it up to the point where I didn't know that he was making beats. He started making beats, and then he started rapping over his own beats. And then more and more he started doing it. I'm like, he is really not playing.
Yeah.
And I don't know what actual song I heard him on. I promise you, I think it was something where it was a mixtape or something. I called him on the phone. I was like, "Oh, you ready?" He's like, "Yeah, I told you. Why don't you come as me?" I was like, "No, I ain't doing all that." But Scoop is one of them people who I like. When I tell you, you watched him grow as a pup in it. You like, man, like that's what's up. You know what I mean? Like that's what's up.
So you know him since the Genesis.
Yeah.
So now I'm understanding like where he get his work ethic from. Because he's a visionary too. He's a leader, and you know, I watched him grow from when we met. You know, and even hosted one of his mixtapes again. You know, mixtape stuff. So yeah, man.
It's full circle, dude. Because it's so crazy. Because when I was recording a podcast here one day, and Casso was like, "Yeah, I said something about I don't know where this came from, but he was like, yeah, Scoop was just here like 2 weeks ago." I'm like, what? So now I got that, and then I didn't know that him and Skis had a connection. You know what I'm saying? Because of my sister's brother who passed away. You know what I mean? Sean. It was like, it's just mind blowing. But Buffalo is what it is. It's that small. Once you lock in, you're gonna see people, like-minded people together doing 100%. What you're supposed to do. So you locked in. You got with Scoop. First album. That's Valed. By yourself, Dolo, just you. Was when? 2000
album?
Yeah, just not the Vitamin. I'm talking about as Valed.
Album. Okay, so yeah, Love Trump Say It was my first real album. Everything else was mixtape. So we got, hold on, let's go down the list of my mixtapes. So we got No More Mr. Nice Guy, Buffalo Billy, Key to the City, The Valid Life, Just Doing My Job, The Ruler's Back DVD and mixtape, Bedroom Bully 1, Bedroom Bully 2.
I'm talking about Bedroom Bully.
You don't get me in trouble now.
No. Bedroom Bully, yo. What the hell?
You're gonna get me in trouble. You're gonna get me in trouble. I tried a different lane.
Did you go LL?
Well, the first round of Bedroom Bully songs was just a collection of all the girl songs throughout time.
Okay.
The second Bedroom Bully was a concentrated effort, so I went in and actually did it, and that was a very fun time, man. So one thing about this rap shit is that there's a lot that come with it. You know, youngins, are capping and doing all that shit, and you lit and you doing whatever. Back in the day we was talking about, different things. There's energy that come with that.
Right.
But with the Bedroom Bully, it's a different energy that come with that too. So jacuzzis and Salvatore, transit hotels and transit street hotels, and then
transit hotels is still around because of us.
Facts, you get away over there, and
because it's just us as African Americans. It's us. If we don't go out there, those places are not still up and running.
Bully days, my God, bro.
He over here reminiscing.
Yeah, man, those were some interesting times, man. But you know, I kind of took a break from music after Bedroom Bully 2. I recorded a mixtape called Ruler Season. Got a bunch of beats from Shice Nines ready to go. Features from Product. Product was heavy on there. Damn, we skipped the whole We Up movement, man.
What's that about?
So, you know, I started frequenting the West Side. So, you know, I started rocking with Product mad hard.
Who's Product?
Product from Maryland and Trenton.
Okay.
One of the greatest MCs in Buffalo ever.
Okay. Talk about it.
Man, this dude is phenomenal, man. He just dropped the album. I'm on his last album. I just ran into him on Easter too, man. Love Product, man. Congratulations on your baby boy, man. Man, so you know we made a gang of records together. So how I met Product was you know just mutual respect in the rap game, and him and Bliss were doing a mixtape, and I hosted their first mixtape. You know, got the artwork done for them, hosted it, put it together, you know, put it out, and man, rocking with them boys ever since. And, you know, that led me to the S Pro and the Binero and, you know, just being a part of that movement. I was the only East Side rapper in that joint. So you had Binero, S Pro, the group, including Pretty, who does everybody's jewelry now. And they got a podcast too. And Binero, they brought along Sparks. They brought along, damn, what's my man name, man? It's crazy Spanish dude that'll fuck you up. Not Victor Izziari, the other dude, man. Godfather. Damn, what is my man name? Pablo De Niro.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And just rocking with them like heavy, man. Heavy. So, you know, as far as like this music thing, like I didn't sink, you know, my flag into like a lot of different, you know, cliques and movements and things that was going on in the town along the way. So, it just pains me that, you know, to live in a time where, you know, I know all these amazing people and you run into the average casual fan of hip hop in Buffalo and they can't even name 10 rappers from Buffalo. How is that even possible?
And you talking about just that were the pioneers, basically, like you know what I mean.
Dude, I could go back to the Dirty Nates and the Cool Taj and you know I don't want to say anybody. Oh man, you even gotta give Slice and Malek their flowers too. You know what I'm saying? Like,
now they are with Griselda now, right? Or they're pioneers.
I know Malek roll with them. I don't know about Slice.
Okay.
I don't know about Slice.
So,
and I'm not as much as I do know. I'm not going to pretend that I know the internal affairs of you know cliques and stuff.
Gotcha.
I'm talking about surface level fan view.
Right. Gotcha. So with these artists, now or not artists, well I guess fans now, they only see what's kind of being brought to you by.
Well, look, we've been conditioned to you know off of our age range of what BOK is feeding us. So we might get that late night noise DT, and then you get the whatever was on BET or MTV. Who from Buffalo was on there?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So if you're not checking the Crush, you're not checking the Worldwide Legacy, you're not checking the Out of Order mixtape, you're not even like, you know, listening to your mans that's rapping, you're not taking them serious, then you ain't gonna take the movement serious.
Nah, guys, see, this is why I love pod. Because you take keywords and then you ask questions. Keyword. You got your mans over here. How many times have you had to ask your man, yo, you gonna buy this tape?
They don't think they gotta buy it because they're your mans. Dude, I went through that in the barber game, bro. Like, so it's like, you know, starting off, you know, nobody wanna...
You gotta come in for free.
I mean, luckily I'm at a point where, you know, it don't really matter if you're my man like that, but starting off survival mode, nah, I need this, man. You know, you gotta pay these bills. Everybody gotta pay bills. Everybody, you know, this is commerce. This is this is how it works.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, gave away mixtapes to, you know, friends and family and stuff like that. But
I say you give it away, but it seems like you give stuff away. It seems like they don't cherish it enough to even go listen to it. You give it to them for free. It seems like. It's a struggle with potting, right? Because on the other hand, you know, before potting or before podcasts, there were, you know, Oprah Winfrey shows and, you know, Montel Williams shows and whatever. Now you sit down, everybody got a podcast. everybody got something to say.
Yeah.
We've always had something to say because we would be at the barbecues talking and shit, playing spades, doing whatever. So this is just a caveat of what you get. Like this is what this we could be. We would be at a barbershop or at the spades table talking like this,
Right.
kicking it, but it's just not with a mic and not structured, so to speak. But you try to get people to buy into it. How hard is that? Do you think? Not especially now in the clickbait era of music, coming from where you've been in. You've been in it for a while, for a long time. So coming now, full circle, how hard is it for you to keep that?
Well, I'm gonna tell you why it's not hard now, because I don't give a fuck now.
Okay.
You know, I'm making the music that I like, with the style that I like, with the beats that I like, and I'm invested in the creativity of it more than ever.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So like before, you know, we chasing trends, chasing styles, trying to get people to listen, when really, you know, you get more out of life being the best version of yourself.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like there'll never be another Valed. There'll never be another like you know, we could easily say this about GOATs and icons. There'll never be another Nipsey Hussle. But there'll never be another you either. One of one. If we take all of your attributes and put it into some type of filter or calculator and find out how many people in the world are like you, we're not gonna find it.
Got you.
So you just gotta be the best version of yourself, man. I mean, I'm standing in my truth. I'm telling my story, and I'm telling it in a way that doesn't compromise anybody else's story. You know, smoke and beefs and things like that, and that's the best way to go about it. And then people gonna fuck with that. If you being you, that's the best way you can be.
Right. I gotta ask you.
Ask me.
Have you heard Drake's album?
How did I know this was gonna come out?
And the only reason why I'm bringing it is you said being creative, standing in what you do.
Well, I fuck with it. You ain't gonna get me to say nothing bad about Drizzy, man. I fuck with it. I fuck with his album. Like, so you figure in my setting, business, you know, that works. You know,
Right.
Just throw the grandma come in and you throw that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Pool party.
Yeah, we do that. Pool
Car
party.
party.
Car party.
Card
Oh,
party.
card party. I don't know. About
You ain't gonna do that?
Nah, I don't know about that. Card party. It depends on what type of card party.
Kickback.
It depends on what type of kickback it is.
I mean, it's about 7 girls and 3 guys.
Depending on what type of it depends on what type of girls it is, man.
Man, more times than not, it's a dance album. It's not a hip hop album.
Right.
So, here's my take on it, and the only reason why I'm asking you about it because of what you said. We cultured here, so we're going to cover a lot of pretty much everything. There's drill set now, like where the drill rappers and talking those things. Then there's the dance, and then there is people who just follow the damn trends,
Right.
you know, and stand in a certain group and bottled up, right? I do like the fact that Drake just took a stance and said, "Yo, y'all gotta catch up," right? Although it hurts the bottom line of hip hop because he's such a big, iconic figure. If what artist? If Lupe Fiasco did that, it would not be received well. It wouldn't get that same.
All right. Well,
You see what I'm saying?
Are his deep in the crates raps being received well? No disrespect to Lupe, man, but you know.
I threw a name out there, but I'm
Okay.
just maybe that's a little bit too.
I get what you. I get.
An
what
artist
you're going with.
that's known but not, you know. Drake is so high up on that level. Okay, well, shit. I mean, Cole, because they saying, you know, the three guys right now.
Yeah,
You know
but
what I'm saying?
I'll give them last generation, but they still rocking now.
Yeah. So I'm just saying, he's such high on that thing that where it's, and for people who are hip hop heads and people who are music heads, just in general, I listen to everything, bro. Like
do you really? I know I could go down a list of rappers that you probably ain't on your radar.
And if not, I'm gonna go listen. See, you know what I'm saying?
They
Like,
had me in the barbershop for how deep in the hip hop crates I go.
Look.
Let's see what you got. You go to your most streamed. If I go to my most streamed, you go to your most streamed.
See, when I say I'm gonna listen to stuff, I'm a music.
Gotcha.
You see what I'm saying? Listen, when somebody say, "Yo, he has some good," I ain't gonna sugarcoat on what I listen to, bro. You know what I'm saying? So when I say that, when I'm talking about it, I'm not talking about it from just the fan ears. I'm talking about it from a person who sat and heard this Negro make a beat in 45 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Told me why he did it, how he did it, you know? So that's where I'm coming from. So that's why I asked you that. And it's good that you didn't have a bias about it. You're going to play it because it's going to go in certain places. It ain't going to go in a whole seven guys sitting around. You know what I mean? You know? So, but yeah, I just wanted to ask you that, what you thought about that. Also, sports guy.
No.
Not into sports?
Nope.
Fishing?
No.
All
right, so my interest
yeah,
outside.
I'm trying to get to
Let's
you.
go there.
Yeah.
So my interest outside of making music, I love fitness. You know, that was like so look, I had a few pivotal moments in my life where I had to, reach rock bottom. I had to seek self-improvement. So fitness is one of my interests. Reading is one of my interests. That's it, man. I could go.
Traveling.
Oh, well, yeah, traveling.
So you went somewhere.
I got stamped on my passport, yes.
Yeah. Now, it's interesting because I'm going back. It's 20 weeks ago.
No, that wasn't 20 weeks ago. So I went on a trip in 2019 before COVID. But what had happened was my Instagram got hacked. So I just reloaded.
Yo.
Yeah.
When I say to
it
you,
got me.
They sent me some. I said, I noticed. They know they ain't get him. I'm looking at them like, send you $40. Send you some money. What?
Yeah.
They getting everybody, man.
They probably made a cold $1,500 off my supporters and loved ones.
That is crazy. So traveling. Now, what that place you went to? That was. Say that name again.
Oh, Phu Quoc, Vietnam. It's an island off the mainland. So you can't go to the mainland unless you have a working visa. Okay. So Phu Quoc was the only place that we can go. I stayed there for a week. The place where we stayed, it was a resort. It was $10 a night American money. So going over there, it was a 15-hour flight to Beijing. Went from Beijing to Bangkok, Thailand, and from Bangkok to another area, Krabi, Thailand, a little beach resort area. Then from there, had a layover in Malaysia for a day. So spent some time in Malaysia. Then went over to Phu Quoc and was in Phu Quoc for a week. So definitely got a master class in Southern Asian culture and food, and it was an incredible time.
I seen where you said, I don't have a gym here. There's no reason why I can't work out.
Yeah. So, doing my laps and doing my burpees and doing my push-ups and, the earth is my gym,
You take that very serious, and so much serious that you have like I would say, like, I haven't been on your lives enough to know, but I've been on a couple where you talk about it. And it's, what is it called again? The
8 a.m. Gang. So yeah. 8 a.m. Gang started with me and my man Deez the barber, whom I met originally through music, but he's a barber now, incredible barber. Been barbering for 5 years, man, and just crushing it with us, man. Love this guy.
Yo, I want to go back for a second before you say that.
Okay.
Who in the barbershop was an actual MC?
So we got my man Pat, Big Low, Riverside Low. Okay. So I know he rocked with Sparks and them over there. He was a rapper. He got videos on YouTube. You can search him. Deez was a rapper. So I first met him, as Diesel and, Diesel with his brother De Niro. Printed up some CDs with them, they performed. And those are the two main ones. Mr. West used to rap a long time ago. and I've only heard him rap twice, and he's told me stories. So,
De Niro has a brother named.
we talking about older De Niro, not young De Niro. This is young De Niro too.
Oh,
with the dreads. Young De Niro, I fuck with him too.
okay.
Oh yeah, I fuck with the young boys. I fuck with the young boys, man. Tap in, man. Niggas like Rizzo.
Now Rizzo was supposed to be on the Culture Business album, and he was supposed to have made a song. We were supposed to do a 2020 version of "I Need Love."
That'd have been crazy. You gotta get Big Yendo on there too. Gotta get Big Yendo on. You gotta get the whole Gouville, man. Like yo, dude, Gouville, man. Like I see them as like the future of this shit. You know what I mean? Like them boys is nasty, man. Like,
and they really working.
yeah.
So a lot of people don't realize that too. They're really understanding and studying the craft, and they've been around it.
I have to go through a lot of names of people, man. I want to shout out. I don't want to be so. You know. The big guys go on the podcast and they ask who's next in Buffalo, and that goes however it goes. There's so many people that I know and love in this rap game that I want to shout out. Like I just ran into Bo Gustus, like that's my brother right there. Like,
okay.
I fuck with Bo Gustus. You know what I mean? Like, man, so many names, man, so many names, so many people, man, so much talent here. Like the town is packed with talent, man. If it was like, if we look at like different towns, the Memphis, the Atlanta, the Philly, the we probably can't rock with. So New York, let's take the big five out. Let's take New York, Philly, New York, LA, Atlanta, Philly, and Houston. Let's take them out of this. You know what I mean? We can't compete with them. They got legends and icons, but a lot of these cities, we could take them down. Buffalo versus Philly. Even with Siegel, even with Meek, even with, look, we on Culture Visions podcast, right? So we don't know what's gonna happen when I walk out of here, right? So I gotta speak my truth about how I feel about shit, right? A lot of these rappers in a lot of these cities is not fucking with the town. I've been listening for a long time. They not.
Okay.
At all.
Listen, it's one thing that I realized is that we really take it, when I say we, I mean the artists who rap and really rap, take it personal and rap like it's the last time they're gonna rap. For the most part, when I hear people, I mean, when I hear, because I hear it just a little different than a lot of other people. You know what I'm saying? So I'm taking what you're saying, and I'm not gonna disagree with that, and I say that because people like, and this is no discredit to me, there's no discredit to none of these dudes. They get lax. And for the most part, it's a made it thing, and then the other part is you reach the height of your potential.
Right.
And these other the cats from Buffalo, they kept going. It's always been the same. You know what I'm saying? Right. So yes, I'm with you on that. I'm not. You ain't on the island by yourself.
No. So I'm piggyback off of you. So I pride myself as an early adopter of things, right? So one of the things that makes us cool is putting somebody on to something. That makes us, feel smarter, feel cooler. If I put you onto a new rapper, some new music, and you fucking with it, that makes me feel good. That makes me more cool and ill, right? So I like a lot of people when they on their rise, on their way up, because once they get to the industry, you do witness the change. Maybe it's they made it, they're not hungry anymore, or they still are talented, but just not talking about anything that's relevant to us. You know what I mean? So like, I was on a lot of people early, even people here, people that you know and love, like being in barbershops, like, no, you got to listen to such and such. I'm not going to say, you know what I mean? 'Cause I'm not responsible for their success, but like, yo, listen to these niggas, like they spitting, and I'm not affiliated with them at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a few people like Jinx from Niagara Falls. I don't know him. I be listening to him. Glenwood Boogie, I don't believe we've ever met. I be listening to him. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I got a platform where people could listen to music. I'm not a DJ. I'm not on the radio. None of that. But this the shop where people frequent, and this is in the 716. If people are going to come to, if we're spending all this marketing dollars to draw people into the barbershop, then we have to be of the culture. You know what I'm saying? When you come here, if people gonna come from other cities and come here, you know what I mean? We gotta, put some shit in the mix that's of here, shit that you're not gonna hear nowhere else.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's why I pride myself like that.
I was getting my hair cut on Friday, and in the barbershop in Atlanta, and these dudes was playing, it's playing all, just, it was playing the radio actually, and the radio was just playing, the basic whatever. And I'm thinking to myself, why aren't y'all playing local artists, or why aren't y'all playing like a podcast that's local? Why aren't y'all? And I really went up to the guy after I got my cut, and I was like, yo, like, is there any reason? I'm just my personal opinion. I was going to ask, is there any reason why y'all don't have like, even if it's like the songs are dumbed down to where they're not custom because you don't want to have it like that. Yeah. You could ask the artist, yo, can you make this legit for me to be able to play in the barbershop? You know what I'm saying? And do that, because that's where it need to be. I offer a platform, and I said this a lot. On my homepage, I say, give me your SoundCloud, and for $25 a month, you can have your song, album up there, and then when people come to it and click, they going right to your SoundCloud and listening to the album.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? How cool is that? It's dope. Now, I understand that's marketing. You're going to take some money to market. Even if you don't use it, or you only use it for 1 month, you done got how many people that come to my platform here for that amount.
Oh man. you unpacking my whole, a whole new campaign that I'm going to be rolling out. Because, like, our barbershop website get a lot of impressions. We got a lot of data in our CRM with customers and stuff. So, they're familiar with the culture. They're familiar with me. It's nothing to send them a link tree. New project out. That's something I really want them to hear. You know what I'm saying? Like, send it out to them, man, so they can hear it.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's thousands of people that I could reach just through my ecosystem that I have. You know what I mean? Through barbering. I didn't have that before. Before it was like playing a CD when somebody in there. Now you ain't got to be there. If you expressed any interest, click on the ad. We got your info on the CRM, email and text messages. I could show you like a bunch of data that we got. Now I'm not gonna abuse it, so it got to be something really official to send it to them. But that matters, like having those impressions. Like if we go into like marketing and promotion, and we get like deep with strategy and technical with it, like you could really like make a splash.
They say if you got $100. 99 of them dollars need to go into marketing. That's what they say. 99 of them dollars need to go into marketing.
Damn, 99. So you only got one. You ever watch reality shows? Mm-hmm. You ever watch Undercover Billionaire?
I haven't watched that.
Okay, but you know about the concept of it, right?
Yeah.
All right, so boom, they put you in a city where you know nobody. You got a truck, you got a phone, and $100. You gonna put $99 into marketing yourself?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what are you marketing?
Whatever it is that I'm selling.
No, you in the city.
This is culture business.
This culture. Okay, all right. So you taking? Oh, all right. Okay. Well, no. Because they take the billionaires. These are billionaires. Mm-hmm. Let's say this dude got real estate. Let's say this dude's in pharmaceuticals or whatever. Okay. They're not taking. They're taking their soft skills, their skill set. That's all they got. They're not taking their business to the new place. Nobody knows them.
So I gotta remake a business.
You have a whole different identity. You are not even you anymore. You just a random person with $100, a truck, and a phone. That's how the show go. So
I'm gonna have to come up with some type of scheme to get something to sell.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to
address your. Wait, hold on, man.
I gotta sell something.
You're not gonna address your immediate needs of like place to rest, food to eat.
No, I'm sleeping in the truck.
Okay, all right, I got you. Some of them did that. You gonna sleep in the truck?
Yeah.
Okay, well, what you gonna eat?
Shit, that $99 that I went out and marketed on, I'm taking that dollar, give me a loaf of bread, some you know what I mean, some chips, some water. I'm walking around and listen, I'm telling you. I'm telling you. And you know what's so crazy? The reason why I say that is because I believe in this so much that the crazy we talking about it right now. I'm glad we're having this because it's manifest. I was already talking about it already.
Okay.
You know, it's now that you saying it, I am going to take the money that I have from after I pull my budget out from that. You know how you budget.
Yeah.
Whatever it is over here, I used to spend that on that. Nope. I used to spend that on that. Nope. And guess what? I'm pouring it all into this. And now I'm going to watch it sit back. Because what I did was I didn't do that before. So I don't got no other choice. Now it's either I'm going to do it and see how it goes or I'm just going to continue to go. And that's a person that's mentally insane.
Right.
So I got to change how this is looking. If you look through my YouTube page and you see, it is 3 different versions of the Culture Visions. It's the startup, it's in the middle, and where I'm at right now.
Okay. When would you say? All right. So I'm going to assume that you haven't reached your peak yet.
No.
Okay. So when were the times where? So I guess we got different times. You got when you enjoyed doing it, when it was successful and it was buzzing, and then you got. So when you enjoy doing it, successful buzzing. But then wait a minute, you might have some one-off episodes that be like legendary, like this one with me on it.
Absolutely. But this is the spark. This is the comeback. Like,
I'm the comeback.
This is the comeback. Well, what I'm saying to you is, this is the. How could I put it? You know how on the run of going 70, winning 72 games with the Bulls.
Yeah. There
was spurts and runs that you were a part of that they had. Where they had a 5-game stretch where they didn't allow over 70 points. Well, this is how it is. This is your part of that run where I've done a stretch of 7 podcasts in 1 month. Where I ain't did that before.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm doing I gotta have content. I gotta have something. I gotta stretch. And so now I'm saying, okay, since I'm gonna stretch it, I might as well just funnel whatever money. Ain't no drinking.
Yeah,
ain't no partying.
Pop your champagne, yeah.
I'm gonna pop that motherfucker. But what I'm saying is, there isn't any taking it out of my pocket and saying, "Yo, I'm about to do this to make this look," because that's how it was. It was Hennessy bottles. It was this to make it look. Now, that ain't it no more. We're gonna take that money, put it right into this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because at some point we didn't even have this, bro. We were sitting in there on the stool with these plugged in, talking. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So at some point we had to go and get that. So now it's a time to elevate, and this is what it is. So I believe that what you're saying about putting money into your I forgot what you called it, but the website and bringing it back and giving people something that is that they don't have to go out and grab. It is right there because it's in their phone. Yeah. It's perfect. I got people on MailChimp. This thing is called MailChimp.
Okay, yeah, similar to what I'm using Lead on.
And I can see everybody's emails who open my podcast.
Love it.
I can see when motherfuckers unsubscribe.
That's valuable.
You know what I'm saying? Because now I know, damn, you my friend, and you not listening.
Yeah, but don't take that to the heart.
And it's not. It's just knowing what to be. Like, it's knowing where you at. Yeah. You know what's on people's mind. You can I could use that as, hey yo, how you gonna subscribe? But I ain't even say that. Hey, what do you think about the pod? What do you think I need to do?
Right.
It's information.
100%.
You know.
So with that being said, I gotta ask you this, right? So we all can go have the same experience, but see it with different lenses, right? Mm-hmm. So if I'm listening to a podcast, most likely I'm listening for the information, I'm listening for the guests, or I'm listening because I love the host or the podcast overall, right? But that might be different. So since you're in the podcast industry, what are like top 3 things that you're looking for in a podcast?
I'm looking for first of all, chemistry. If you and the person don't have chemistry, the podcast is gonna suffer. I'm looking for enthusiasm. And I'm looking for, is the content matching how you speak?
Okay.
If you're uncomfortable with talking about certain things, and you're uncomfortable with saying fuck, or you're uncomfortable with your co-host cursing, people are going to see it.
Right.
I don't look at all of the other things and what people see. What people probably fail to realize is that who, what, where, and why stuff is for writers. I'm coming to give you authentically me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my bad, and I add that to it. If you're not authentic, if people can see right through you and see that it's not going to work. And people said that, mind you, then we getting into something crazy right now.
It's Culture Visions podcast, man. It's legendary. You might want to chop that up, make it a drop too.
Yo, you know what? At the 49, I'm gonna Castle. Yeah, got you. We're gonna do that. I'm gonna get this part out, and then we can bounce. When it first started, to the middle, you could kind of see the middle part of the people really homing in on it, really having a good time with it, really just, yo, I'm ready to pop, man, we here. To it was a business, to people wanting it to be like a show. We can make money off of, pardon me, Wallow and Gilly don't have a script.
Yeah. They got chemistry though.
It's chemistry. You bring that to the pod, we got a little set of, topics that we're going to go off of. But at the most of the core of it, yo, listen, we just talking. Why you want to make it a show? Reason why I'm asking you why you want to make it a show, are you putting into this like it's a show? Because Oprah got a gang of niggas that's making that look good. Oprah ain't making that look good by herself. Oprah's just sitting there looking pretty and know how to articulate herself. When it's a podcast and you like, I interviewed Castle to do the podcast. Like, he'll tell you, like, yo, fam, he didn't want to do it. Castle, the fucking nigga don't like to talk.
Yeah, man, yeah.
But when I interviewed him and he opened up, he was like, all right, no problem. It was just me and him and the one girl. She fell off. He's like, shit, well, whatever. We move forward. We get two more, and those two was I would tell you would probably be that was the best time up until some things kind of transpired, but it was the best time. We did a live show, packed out the Oak Room.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Listen, we made 500 in tickets, right? A win-win. 125 people showed. You don't lose in that.
No, not at all.
You understand what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is, it wasn't the greatest of shows that night. But what happened is there was the chemistry.
Right.
It was the thought process. It was the marketing. That was the thing. I didn't know I spent that much money in marketing, but when I look back at it, we did. So I say to you that $99 or that 99% that what I have to bring and put into it, or you have to, I'm telling you, that's going to make things move.
Oh no, I'm a product of that, bro. Like, I'm thinking that I come from like the Dame Dash philosophy. He's putting it all in, man. Mm-hmm. It's like, you make some money, you put it back in the business. Make some more money, put it back in the business, man. Like, people might look at me like, all right, so you've made a lot of money throughout your lifetime. Where is it? You know what I mean? You looking at it, man. It's physical. It's brick and mortar, man. It's money that created opportunities for other people to make money, buy houses, cars, pay their bills, and things like that. So that's a proud win, man. That 1068 Elmwood, it's got not only monetary value, but it's got sentimental value, because like if those doors shut down, not only are there 6 people affected by it, but the hundreds of people that they affect, and then even the back end, the administrative people that help out with things too. So if I didn't take that money and put it back in and shop at Plato's Closet, go 4 years without transportation, save money, learn how to invest money, cell phone videos. I was the king of cell phone videos for a portion of my career. I was down bad and broke. You know what I'm saying? Like, not too long ago, like 5 years ago. So yeah, you just gotta believe in whatever it is that you're doing and continue to invest in it, continue to learn new skills along the way. And I think the money is a byproduct, but then you attract people because, you know, people will see that you have work ethic. People will see that you have like ambition.
Also,
and that's priceless.
Also, is value. You know, people will see that you have value and that you have, you know, some type of decorum and tact. So, which means that everything is, you know, what I noticed about your page, what made me want to also do this shit with mine was it's neat. It's in order. And when people see that you're neat and in order, they want to be a part of that. It's sort of like cleanliness is next to godliness.
Oh, 100%.
You know what I'm saying? So when they 100%. See it, it's like, oh, shoot, I want to be a part of it. So, again, being on my own doing it now, I've learned how to cut. I learned how to make sure my mic is right. I learned how to make sure the editing on the I learned all this stuff because I ain't got that guy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But it's not, that's why I asked you earlier, you're like, damn, how do you, like, why do we not delegate things? I want to delegate things to people, but it's like, I don't trust them now.
Well, yeah, that takes some time. Yeah, learning human nature, learning how to evaluate talent, filtering out through people. You got to have a system of like, so I have like a way that I evaluate people based off of trust, character, work ethic, long-term vision. Those are probably the main four. So, I mean, if you're talking to somebody, you can pick that up really fast. You know, if you've just been dealing with people throughout the course of life. And, you know, the street to teach you that, business to teach you that, life to teach you that. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, you got some people that slip through the cracks that'll bullshit you. But, you know, you'll find that person that's really passionate, that intern or that audio-visual guy that just wants to get their thing going and will do anything to get it going. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man.
I'm not gonna sit here and act like, yeah, there are some glass ceilings, there are some people that are gonna shut some doors, but it's like, yo, if like, dude, you might go through 99 no's before you get to a yes, man.
Yeah, but then there's also the people that were given that opportunity and then they got on their high horse and now they don't need you no more.
Dude, I've been on both sides of that coin. I was that guy. You think I wasn't riding high off the mixtape game and being in Hollywood and, you know, drunk nights and being like, oh, you know, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, dude, I'm sitting here clear-minded and talking to you, you know, about the good, the bad, and the ugly. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't sitting here acting like I was no perfect person out here.
I don't want to pop and break nothing, but I'm going to pop this one.
I'm catching on the mic, too.
Yeah, we're catching on the mic. Hey, yo, listen, we got a drop. What was that drop again? What you want, we're going to have to go back and listen to it.
I forgot.
Man, this is the most influential podcast. No, shit.
It's legendary.
This is the most legendary podcast.
This is my first podcast, and it could be the only one. We never know.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? If it is, please, people, children, Buffalonians, hip hop fans, business fans, man, take whatever you got from this and use it, apply it to your life. And I just hope that if in the event that I'm not the person that, you know, creates like a massive change, I spark the person's creativity that could do that. You know what I mean? Because if it wasn't for my mom, my grandmom, you know, certain community leaders along the way, then and friends and family, like, you know, the good, the bad, whatever happened, it created, you know, what we got here. Right. And it's going to live on through whoever is impacted by it.
And by the way, when it's recorded, it's cemented.
Oh, yeah. It's like braille.
You know what I'm saying?
Braille.
Hold on. I ain't as strong as
Valed.
Episode 108. Culture Business Podcast.
Intelligent Hoodlum coming soon. Intelligent Hoodlum coming soon. FadeInfo.com. You can book. We got merch. We got creative things coming, man. I love Buffalo. I love my people. I'm just a loving person, man. To know me is to love you, man. Everything is official over here, man. VALED. Follow me on Instagram, real. VALED 716. Tap in. 8 a.m. gang. Shout out to my man, Halal Paper, that makes these hats. Man, I could go, man. It's the only podcast I've ever been on.
So, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to end this out with a joint from one of your...
Oh, no, we go new. Let's go, no. Let's go new unreleased. Let's go new unreleased, man.
All right, do that.
Let's go new unreleased, man.
So what we going to do
is... Let's see, where we at, man? Where we going with this, man? I can go, man, this is probably a good one to end it with right here. It's blue and blue. West, hold on, drop the bomb on that. Hold on. Levins is bread, this ice blue and blue. What's truer than true, nobody you and you. Some fake move with a cool for a pool with a view. I made dukes for the stoop with a Ruger to shoot. I break cues for the loot, then maneuver with scoop. I made moves in the coupe, if you knew me, you knew. I can't afford life, do 22 in the shoe. I can't lose if I choose what the Sunnis will do. We don't need no GPS. I feel like we way too blessed to... Shout out Young Swain. Just got married too. Baby on the way. Alright, put in the call, man. I'm tapping in. Yo, this verse right here, man. I say, yo, look, done is better than good. Great never was perfect. From the cradle to hearses, keep the snakes and the serpents. When you reach new levels, these haters resurface. Niggas hate when they hurting, while they lazy, I'm working. This game be a circus when you chasing your urges. Buy kilos of gold cause the paper is worthless. I was facing the perp stick, getting cake on the church flip. The modern town trips was making me a place of wordsmith, ain't no faking these verses. No melodies, just stick up kids with gel degrees. Community leaders with felonies. I sold crack to sell CDs, and if I'm lying, hella freeze. I was unemployed, I had too much melanin. The Chinaman took steel jobs from Bethlehem. The Middle East got every corner, we let them in. What's left is coke and this gas be peddling. See, they don't want that, man. They don't want the free thinking straight black man.
No, not at all. Not at all. But listen, man, I appreciate you coming through, bringing the stuff for me, man. Listen, anytime you need to come through, anytime you need anything from me, man, even if it's not needing anything, just like, yo, listen, I got something for you to hear, you know what I mean? I'm whatever you need, man. I'm for the people.
Let's go.
That's the most important thing. So, like I said to people before, you need to put your song, you need to get your album out. If it's on SoundCloud, I can upload it to my website, and the rest from there is history. You know what I mean?
Right, for sure.
You can find me on IG at Culture Visions Podcast LLC. You also can find me on Facebook, Culture Visions Podcast LLC. And if you need to reach me, you can reach me at the cvpodnetwork@gmail.com. And also, if you are looking for any interviews, email me there. Do not DM me, because 9 times out of 10, I'm not going to see it. Where they can reach you at, brother?
Top 5 Valed at Gmail. Real Valed 716 on Instagram. Real VALED 716.
And also, you can find his music on all streaming platforms. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Shit.
All right, cool. So you gonna chop that up for me. But yeah, man. Yo, listen. This pod thing is real. It's one of the only